Did you miss me? I missed you. Yeah, yesterday, man, I had to take a day off. It was one of them days I just wanted to tackle some projects and get some things done, get some sound acoustics going on. Anywho, today we are back to laugh at these libs, and unfortunately, the Democratic Party right now is imploding. I'm telling y'all. Now, TDS is a very real thing, However, I want y'all to see how he explains it. My guy, Boss Blaze.
Bro, the anti-Trump indoctrination in some people runs really deep.
Yes, it does.
To the point of stupidity almost. So I was watching the news and then I was just expressing myself to one of my friends. And I'm like, wow, it seems like Trump's doing a lot as far as you see how he's kind of exposing the finances of a lot of industries and sectors of the government.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's about to unveil the Fort Knox and see if we really have any gold in there. And he's saying, like, why did the Pentagon spend $1.4 million on Starbucks when 90% of the staff works from home? So, boom, I'm like, yeah, Trump's doing a good job at kind of like letting us know where our tax dollars are going. You want to hear what their rebuttal was?
What's that?
She's like, yeah, well, I hope they since they're putting the microscope on everybody, I hope they put the microscope on Trump and let's see where his money's been going. Why
does that matter?
I was like, dude, I don't even care if he was misusing his own finances. His finances are not being garnished from my paychecks at a fixed percentage.
Amen to that.
The government has some people so indoctrinated that they're even defending the same institution that's screwing them over. I don't care what Trump has going on. That has nothing to do with my paychecks. What I do care is about the millions and trillions of dollars that are being sent to other places, and then only a small percentage of the money even makes it there. Have y'all been paying attention?
No, they have not.
They'll send like $2.4 million over to Ukraine, and then only the 0.4 makes it there, and then the 2 million is unaccounted for. And we're going for that? All I'm saying is Trump's moral standings or his finances, I don't give a fuck. All I care about is who is taking money from my paychecks and putting it on stuff that I don't agree with. That's all I care about.
Yes.
That's all you should care about is who's screwing your money over. Who cares about all that other shit? Let's find out where our money's going. You know what I'm saying? Is anyone else out here struggling? Because I know I am.
Man, I try to tell people every single day, these Dems are at the point now where they would defy their own logic, their own principle, just to go against Donald Trump. And you cannot tell me that that's not a disease. Literally, somebody made mention of this previously. I can't remember the guy who said it, but he mentioned how you say Trump's name and it's almost demon-like the way people respond. Seriously, you're Donald Trump. Oh my God, what's a white supremacist? It's like, whoa. It's like an episode of Walking Dead, bro. It gets vicious. But yes, people are now stooping to the point to where they will go against their own best interests just to defy Donald Trump and completely completely look past what the man is actually doing to help you, just to, again, have a talking point. It's amazing. The 1776 also added, they are so indoctrinated, they ignore trillions misspent while obsessing over Trump. Wake up and focus on who's screwing us, not his personal books. Donald Trump, I mean, look, man, if anybody's misusing their money for any corruption, for any corruption to any degree, should be held accountable, right? But come on, dog. As it pertains to just the general principle of this, like, why is somebody going, hey, yeah, they robbed your house? Well, who house have you robbed before? It's like, what? This woman said, don't be like her, blindly voting Democrat without a clue. Jasmine Crockett is fighting for illegals and transgenders in women's sports. How's that defending her civil rights? Yeah, let's go ahead and see this response to the hat.
There are actually people in my comments telling me that Jasmine Crockett is fighting for my civil rights. Bitch, I am an American. How is her fighting for illegals fighting for my civil rights?
Don't make sense.
How is her voting for transgenders to play in women's sports, fighting for my civil rights. Are y'all delusional? How is a woman that hates the country that our ancestors built through slavery fighting for my civil rights? She's fighting hard to destroy this country that my ancestors built for free. And you mean to tell me she's fighting for my civil rights?
Right.
I don't think so, baby. And Booker T. Washington was so fucking right, and I hated to hear him say that when he said what he said about black people voting and black people being involved in politics. I have never saw fight so hard, a group fight so hard for the economic decline of the country that was built by my ancestors for free. And now I can get a piece of the pie? No. What my ancestors went through will not be in vain. Since y'all love identity politics so much. At this point, I'm convinced that if you still voting Democrat and you black, you are under a generational curse. It ain't working, but it's time to switch it up. It is absolutely insanity for you to keep voting for the same exact thing and expecting different results. It ain't working, babe. Give it up. I literally used to go in there and just vote Democrat because I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. Y'all don't do that. Don't be mean. Look that shit up. See what is going on. Find out policies. Get away from identity politics. It is destroying our community. Stop voting with your emotions. Vote logically. Democrats operate off of your emotions. They are playing with your emotions. Prime example, Andrew Gillum in Florida. I was riding hard for this nigga and he embarrassed me. He out here doing meth and sleeping with trannies. Get out your feelings so you can get in your bag, okay? It ain't working for our people. Move on. Try something different, nigga. There are...
I like, hey, she kept it thorough. She ain't sit there sugarcoated, not even a little bit. I appreciate it. You know, you see her right there with the gold MAGA hat, so she's obviously in support of Donald Trump, and she's just letting us know, hey, we can't keep voting the same way and expecting different results. That's the literal definition of insanity, doing the same thing and expecting different results. Also, she alluded to anybody who's black and still voting Democrats should be weird, somehow cursed. Hey, I'll say, if you vote Democrat in 2025 and you're black, I know for a fact you are not. I know you're not delving into these topics at hand in America deeper than just the legacy media giving you talking points. Because I'm just saying, all the evidence is up for you to be able to look. We got AI now for you to be able to fact check. Now, this guy says this is the leader of the Democratic Party.
Who do you think is the current leader of the Democratic Party?
Lucifer.
Can you expand on that?
Evil energy possesses certain people with power and makes them take certain actions. You can look at that in the occult practices of Nazi Germany, and you can look at that in the politics of the modern day.
Who is the current leader of the, besides Satan?
Who's the current leader of the Democratic Party? Money. Money. Take that to the bank with you.
I want to say Kamala definitely was like the face in the political scheme, but there hasn't been as much, I think.
The fact that we had two people say the devil, Lucifer Satan. I'm just saying. Now, Fetterman, he's even going, defending Elon Musk and Donald Trump and exposing his own party. Yes. MSNBS's Stephanie Rule, is that how you say her name? Rule, tried to bait John Fetterman into attacking Trump and Elon Musk, but he wasn't having it. Check this clip out.
Yeah, that we're sort of creating American oligarchs.
Yeah, and I was asked Democrats, start talking like a regular person. Most people are not sure what an oligarch is. You know, it's like, okay, is an oligarch, is it a rich dude or woman? Okay, well, but there's also a little secret too. Democrats, we like billionaires if they're giving to our causes or to our party as well too.
Yeah,
there's a difference.
It's unlimited.
Hold on, there's a difference between a very
it's
wealthy
unlimited
donor.
money. It's unlimited money. That's the poison of American democracy. Get rid of unlimited money, and then that would render billionaires on either side to those kinds of a thing. And so remember, a lot of these billionaires that were in tech, they used to be more friendly to the Democratic interest in our party as well too. So,
but there's
a limited money, get rid of that, and that would transform America more than any single other decision.
Absolutely, we are.
Hey there, no need.
Months since the Citizens United decision, and it has changed politics forever, it seems. But there's a difference between very wealthy political donors and very wealthy people inside the government making decisions that could potentially enrich themselves and their businesses. Look at Elon Musk.
What?
He hasn't divested himself.
I don't care what you say. What? No, you're not going to sit here and try to draw out a difference. Because if anything, you're sitting here trying to make the argument, well, billionaires don't work within the government. However, it is the billionaires, these deep staters, who are influencing the government. What are you talking about? These people are literally pay. Hey, I'll pay you this much to do X, Y, Z. What would be the difference in that aspect? That's a clear hole in your point.
He hasn't divested himself from his businesses, and he's a guy with $38 billion worth of government contracts. That's different. That
Democrats were a part of giving him.
Democratic donor who has the president's ear, or at the very least his phone number.
Well, what I would say is that sometimes it's the, I'm not sure if they necessarily are motivated just, based on money. When, most of those folks, whether it's Bezos or Musk, they have far more than you can spend in 100 lifetimes. So for that, I think, I think scarcity defines the luxury. So that's why a lot of them want to be engaged on that, because they have unlimited money. So I think they want to be part of the conversation.
So
because,
you think that Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos, they're there for altruistic reasons? They're not there to help their businesses or themselves?
What I'm saying is that, is it meaningful different to be worth 100 billion, 150 billion, or 200 billion? I mean, I don't think it really means much to a lot of them, because someday they could be up $20 billion or they could be down 50 or whatever. They just keep bouncing. Same where there's Zuckerberg.
Great points. You may not agree 100% for sure, but in a way that he phrased or agrees with certain ideals. However, man, I 100% agree. I'm over here sitting back going, yes, the Democrats are talking to us, or talking to the American people. Yes, well, us, yeah. Talking to us like we're, I don't know, bots or something like that. Using certain verbiage, which I'm not mad at, because it helps me educate myself on new words and stuff like that. But they know that these words are going to go over a lot of people's heads, and it's only going to create more into the fear-mongering. Then he also pointed out, look, Democrats only like billionaires when they are in their pockets. That's the same as they only like props like DJ Daniels, the 13-year-old cancer survivor, when it's on their side. So he was pointing out the clear hypocrisy in that. So respect the Fetterman for that, for sure. Now, Maxine Waters. Mind y'all, I've been gone for a day. Kind of bringing in, willing all of it together. Now, this was earlier last week, actually, where Nick Sorter asked Maxine Waters if the reason she's so against Doge is because she was caught funneling over $1 million in regulated funds to her daughter. Mm-hmm.
Maxine, you funneled over $1 million in campaign funds to your daughter. Is that why you're worried about Doge?
Get your ass away, young man.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch it. I'll press charges.
Oh, yeah, we'll press charges on you.
But I'm just, I feel like that's a pretty fair question. Why are you so worried about Doge?
You're pushing me.
Why are you so worried about Doge?
You're pushing me. Don't touch me.
Doge has a very high approval rating amongst the American people.
Asshole.
So what? You don't like the will of the people? What are you doing? Maxine, you.
Now, as Nick Sorter also pointed out, sounds like her attempts to block transparency is a threat to our democracy, as Democrats say. What's up with these Democrats and getting they getting their kids rich? All of them. I don't know. Y'all got any more of that? Y'all got any more of that USA? Oh, Maxine Waters. Grifter extraordinaire, man. These are the people that are supposed to be the leaders in our community right here. Seriously. Maxine Waters is a complete fraud. Oh, wow. That's surprising.
A code switcher is another name for a fraud. This is just a name that the left uses. It means that you use ghetto speak in some context, and then you use a normal voice in every other context. That's
I look at everybody who's watching this, who's a leftist, going, how did this black guy wait till this white guy come up on here and say they speak ghetto?
code switching, as they call it. But for now, here's footage of Jasmine from before she went to Congress.
You know, no one could have told me that when I went down to Austin, now it looks like a little bit over a year ago, that I would be running for Congress.
Listen, he up there, he's hearing all kinds of nonsense, and let me just be real, and we ain't gonna sit for that.
It's the kind of thing that makes you wonder whether Jasmine Crockett is faking more than just her accent. You have to wonder if maybe she's faking the whole being extremely dumb thing. A code switcher.
No lies there. This is the Democratic Party. I happen to think that these people are smarter than they allude themselves to be. Like Stephen A. Smith. Jasmine, on the other hand, I don't know what her agenda is. She obviously is. She's doing the right thing. She's getting, not right thing. Hold on, let me rephrase this. If she's doing the right thing for herself, if she's trying to garner a lot of attention for herself, she's doing that. You know, she got us talking about her and things of that nature. But Lord knows, I don't know. Something just feels really off about her. Like something is real disingenuous. I don't know. Jasmine Crockett received $16,000 in political contributions from an elderly retired couple. Sheldon Daniels, who's running against Jasmine Crockett, went to their house to confirm the contributions and if they had any idea that these charges were made. So this is him on the way.
All right, here's the house. Here's the house right here. Here we go. How do you do, ma'am?
No soliciting.
I'm not here. I'm not a solicitor. I'm attorney Sheldon Daniels.
Okay.
Is there a Randy Best who lives here?
That's my husband.
Yeah. I just want to verify. Are you guys aware that you were charged over $16,000 last year? Yeah.
What?
I have a list of charges. I'm just here to verify that you guys know about this. $16,240 in political contributions to a candidate named Jasmine Crockett. Do you remember that at all? Does your husband remember that at all?
I don't know. He's on the road on his way to Colorado.
Okay. It says here that he's not employed. Is he employed now?
No, we're retired.
Okay. I can leave this with you if you want. It's got your information on it.
Yeah, you can just leave it on the table.
Yes, ma'am. You mind if I take a picture?
Go ahead.
All right, thank you. Okay, guys, so I just drove by the home of this Randy Best guy. This guy, he's a 73-year-old retiree, unemployed. He and his wife, I guess they just travel around in an RV or something. I don't know. But he's on the road. His wife answered the door. She said that they had no idea what these charges were. And they had no idea that they were charged $16,000 or that they are responsible for $16,000 in political contributions to Jasmine Crockett. Yet she has them listed as political contributors. Now, mind you, I'm way up here in Plano. I'm in a totally different county. I'm in Collin County right now. The only reason why I'm even able to do this is because I practice law all over North Texas and I drive all over. So I know North Texas very well. Collin County, Dallas County, Tarrant County, Denton County, Grayson County. A lot of shady stuff going on with Jasmine Crockett. And I see why she was doing all this. Because she's trying to distract from the corruption I wonder how deep it goes. I wonder how deep it goes.
He can only wonder at this moment in time, because we know the Democrats right now, they are doing everything they can to try to stop everything. I just heard that the CR bill got passed. I'm gonna go ahead and check it out, brief myself on what took place yesterday. Of course, when I say I was off yesterday, I was off. I mean, I woke up at like, I ain't gonna lie, I went to sleep the day before, probably like 4 a.m. It was really late. Working on some other projects. Woke up around noon or right before noon, and I'm just like, whoa. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna need today. This is gonna be one of them days I need to take. So I'm saying all that to say I didn't really brief myself on what's going on, but to find out this, we getting more Act Blue vibes right now. I don't know if the donations were made via Act Blue or not. I don't remember him specifying. Of course, we didn't catch the beginning of that. We just started from the point in which he pulled up, but this isn't. I can't say that I'm surprised, especially after all of the Act Blue videos came out and people were going to verify whether the donations were real, and it came back to be not so true. But thank y'all again, each and every time, for sharing, liking, commenting, and supporting my channel in any kind of way. I really, truly appreciate y'all. Go check on somebody today. You can quite literally be saving their life. And last but not least, go to the next video. I'm going to see you in a minute.